Continue with a slip stitch into this large hole. Make another slip stitch. First, remove the stitch marker. Next, we need to change colors. Switch back to the white yarn. Take out the white yarn and pull through the white yarn 2 chain stitches. 1, 2. In the same spot, work a popcorn stitch into this large hole. Place a stitch marker on the first stitch. This is the first popcorn stitch. Now complete it. In the next space, work a popcorn stitch increase. A popcorn stitch increase means making 2 popcorn stitches in one stitch. Begin by completing 1 popcorn stitch. Then chain 1 stitch. That's a popcorn stitch increase. Start by making a regular popcorn stitch. Followed by another popcorn stitch, still in the same hole. That's a popcorn stitch increase. Chain 1 stitch. Make a popcorn stitch. The tail of the yarn should be positioned on the crochet hook. After completing a popcorn stitch, chain 1 stitch and continue with the second popcorn stitch in this hole. Wool popcorn stitches in one hole make a popcorn stitch increase. And proceed to make a popcorn stitch in the following stitch. Popcorn stitch increase. Repeat this pattern for 10 sets. Locking 1 stitch between each popcorn stitch. Popcorn stitch increase. Popcorn stitch increase. In total, create 10 sets. It's clear to see that the popcorn stitch increases are larger than the regular popcorn stitches. The popcorn stitch increase is twice the size. Carry on like this with the remaining stitches, continuously alternating popcorn stitches and popcorn stitch increases, for a total of 10 sets. Remember to separate each popcorn stitch with a chain stitch. First set, second set, third set. Continue chaining one stitch all the way to the last one. Ten sets completed. Chain one stitch and slip stitch at the marked position. Remove the stitch marker, then work a slip stitch into the next large space. Next, switch to the blue yarn and make 3 chain stitches. In the large space, crochet a popcorn stitch. Place a marker on the first popcorn stitch. Each stitch crocheting 1 popcorn stitch. Repeat 30 popcorn stitches in round 7. End each popcorn stitch with a chain stitch. Continuing on, repeat the process of crocheting 1 popcorn stitch into each large space until you have made a total of 30 popcorn stitches. After completing the last popcorn stitch, slip stitch into the position of the stitch marker. For round 8, begin by making 2 chain stitches. This step was missed in the video. Remove the stitch marker and start by crocheting 1 popcorn stitch in the first large space. Finish crocheting the popcorn stitch. Place a marker on the first popcorn stitch. Now let's demonstrate how to crochet a popcorn stitch decrease. Begin by crocheting 3 unfinished double stitches. Note here, you do not need to chain stitch. In the next large space, continue by crocheting another 3 unfinished double stitches. A popcorn stitch decrease involves joining these 2 sets of unfinished double stitches together with a slip stitch. 2 unfinished popcorn. A chain stitch. What you now see, these 2 joined together, is a popcorn stitch decrease. Following this, work in a pattern of 1 popcorn stitch, 1 popcorn stitch decrease, a chain stitch as a set. Repeat this sequence. To complete round 8, slip at the marked position. For round 9, begin by making 2 chain stitches. This step was missed in the video. Round 9 is the same as round 8. Repeat this sequence of a popcorn stitch decrease, a chain stitch to complete round 8. After crocheting the last set, slip, remove the stitch marker. First, slip stitch the yarn end into the next stitch. Change to white yarn to chain stitch. Change to white yarn to chain stitch. Crochet a popcorn stitch deck. A chain stitch. Mark the first stitch. The second chain stitch. Repeat the pattern of 1 popcorn stitch decrease followed by 2 chain stitches for a total of 10 sets. Slip stitch to join, completing the 10th round. Change to blue yarn to chain stitch. Crochet 6 sets according to the pattern of 1 popcorn stitch decrease followed by 2 chain stitches. Round 11 follows the same stitching method as round 10, but with fewer sets. Round 11 follows the same stitching method as round 10, but with fewer sets. Continue crocheting until you finish the 6th set, then slip stitch at the stitch marker. Leave a tail of yarn approximately 2 hook lengths long for sewing up later. Cut the yarn. Thread the yarn end through the needle. Weave the needle in and out of the outermost stitches. Pull the yarn tight to close the opening. Begin hiding the yarn end. You can choose any point for this. The body part of the hen is now crocheted and completed.